Hey guys, okay, what I've got for you today is a little stick video on some of the things that I've learned. Maybe this will help you with the sea of variables to find your right stick, and maybe some of the things that I say here will help. So here's, I played a long time ago. I played it in the late '90s. And we got pretty much, Easton was the stick that I use. Here's an old Butte, and this was one of their last ones, the Synergy, that I was using. And the curve that I used is I was a lefty. My flex was in the 80s. Whenever really, I find with the lie, unless you're really tall, you're just taking the lie that's out there. I believe it's a 6, and then the 5 is for really tall guys. And so there's no 7 and there's no 4. So unless you're like Shara type, like big, your lie you can't even find it on the stick. So it's about flex, and it's about pattern. And so back in my day, the way we did it is when the sticks were wood, I used Easton, and I put a Christian blade inside the stick, and I'd put that blade on the burner of the stove, heat that thing up, and then I would flatten it out. I would flatten my stick out first, make it completely flat. Then I would step on the toe. No, what I did. No, I would put the blade inside a door jamb and then bend it at the heel because I wanted a heel curve. So the whole stick was completely straight. Put it in a door jamb and bent it to make the heel curve. And then I would step on the toe and twist it to get a little bit of an up. And so that's how we did our sticks. When the sticks were made of wood and some other juices and materials that were on there, they would last a couple of games and they'd get soft, and then they're no good. Then we started getting these one pieces, and I found the Drury curve, which is a heel curve. I don't know if you can see that. Heel, slight twist, and I used this through my my pro years and after, and that was it. And then one day, all these new curves started coming out, and I should probably look into this. And I wanted to get away from the heel curve and try to go to the other sticks. But like, how do you do that? How do you just try a new stick when they're $300 every time you want to do it? And so that was the most difficult piece. And then I ran across this website. I'm not affiliated with them. I will put an affiliate link in the bio, because if you click that link and you go buy a stick from them, from me, I get some kickback. I don't know what that is. Maybe points. I don't know. But I'm mostly talking about my experience, and like I'm really happy with this company, Canadian company, and they have all the sticks that I need, and I order them and off they come. So what I did was I wanted to try a different curve, and I started with the P88, which it's a curve. It's a complete banana with no twist at all, and it's a mid curve, and I couldn't shoot with it at all. Basically, I could puck handle well, but I couldn't shoot with it, so I didn't like it. My saucer passes were off because this thing, my sauce is like all American sauce passes. So I wanted to try the other curves that were getting a lot of attention at the time, were the P96 and the P92 and the P28. Those are the Bauer numbers. And so I kind of just went with Bauer and stayed with the one company. So I wanted to try them, but I'm not going to try a heavy stick and add that variable so I wanted to get a high-end stick, but it's like, man, like everything's so expensive. So the first thing I did was I got a refurbished stick, refurbished. And that was from hockeystickman.com. I haven't seen anybody else doing it, but if you look at what's going on, so can you see the line? That line that's right there? I don't know if you can see it with me in the background. There's a line. Apparently, this is what happened. The stick was broken. I guess if it's broken on the blade, I don't know. Maybe they can fix it, but this is broken. They clean it up and they put an insert in there and they fuse the stick back together. And so I was getting, at the time, I was getting these Geos and these other nice sticks, high-end sticks at the time, for $100 because I wanted to try out a new pattern, a new flex for $100 and still have a high quality stick. And what I found was that these sticks they're so good. They will not break. Well, at least I went through like 3 of them, I think. Yeah, it was 3 to try out different blades. And they broke at the blades at the, when you're taking a shot after enough time, they break. I used it. My first one was an entire year. I used this refurbished stick. And if you're wanting to test things out, the refurbs are excellent. They're almost as light as the original. You just got this cosmetic line right there, but who's going to see that but you? Like, really? So I'm giving a full thumbs up on the refurbs for $100, or maybe they're 120 now. I'm not even sure, but don't be afraid of them. They're good. It's good. It's good. The blade is in good shape, and it's just busted somewhere, and the brake is somewhere on the shaft. It cleans up really nice. Okay, so I went through that. Went through the P92, found myself anchoring onto the P28. So now I found my blade, the one that I like. The P28, I found that really gives you a nice handle with the stick handle. The shooting is a little more exotic. It's taken me some time to figure this out, because you're shooting more on the toe with that little, the P92 has a more consistent curvature. It's a bit of a heel curve and a twist. So very popular curve. Like if you're wondering what to do, start with the P92. The P28 is a more exotic take on the P92, where there's a bigger on the toe there. There's a kink there. I remember when I was playing midget AAA, we had this midget AAA. So that was 1990, 89, something around that time, that we played this Czechoslovakian team. They came in and their sticks were pretty much straight, and then it curved on the toe. It was basically a P28 in 1989. That's what these guys were doing. And they were amazing. Just great hockey players. Anyway, so I've settled on that. And then I've been going through all these sticks, and they're breaking. They're $300 high-end sinks, the ones that we're using, they're just breaking. $300, $400 for tippy top. And then I had been wondering about the Hockey Stick Man's Blackout ProStock. And I bought one years ago, and I found them to be heavy, and I didn't stay with them any longer. And then just recently, they came out with this blue one, and then there's a red one. I'll show you in a minute. And the difference between these two, they're 365 grams, and that's equal to what the Bauer sink is. These are the lights. So this is the red light and the blue light. There's a black one called the extra light, which is heavier than these two. Whatever. So I bought one of these, and the difference between the blue and the red is that the blue is a mid kick and the red is a low kick. So for those who are looking for that kick point, so playing with it, I got my same flex, which is in the 85, between 82, 87, 85-ish. And this was rated as an 80 flex, but it was like pretty tall. And so I cut this. And so it's kind of right where I need it to be as in terms of flex goes. And I just love it. Love it. It's as light as all of the top end sticks that I have. It's seemingly durable. I've been playing with it for about 3 weeks now, and I'm really liking its performance, how the blade feels, how thick the blade is. It's thin like the Bauer's, which I really like. And the response for the mid kick, as the defenseman, a lifelong defenseman, I've always used sticks that have that mid like, I don't think they do the high kicks anymore, but all the mid kicks, I was like really liking it in the 80s. And then I said, well, I'm going to try the low kick and how a lower flex is giving you a whippier shot. So I tried this one. This is a 70 flex P28 low kick. And I used this when I was playing forward. I really liked its feel and these little snapshots that it was taking. And so I thought I really liked it. Then I used this in one of my my men's leagues games where I'm always playing defenseman. And, it's kind of higher intensity when I play in my men's league. When I was playing forward, it was a lower group. So I wasn't going as hard. So maybe that was part of it. But I started off using my Ruby Red here. And when I needed to make a cross rink pass, when we pass, we want to be sweeping the puck. I never slap the puck. If I'm going cross rink, I have the puck behind me, overskate my puck, and then it's this sweep. And I really felt the stick kind of, like, it went too low, and like, whoa, it was pretty flexy. So right after that happened, I went back to the blue one, and I ended up, this is the stick for me. It's a mid kick in the mid 80s. Really, liking what's going on. So I guess my whole point for this little video is that this is kind of off the mainstream, Bauer, CCM, these triggers, these like $300, $400 sticks. And I'm like, these are $150. And they are as good as all of these fancier top end sticks with the rainbow glossy fonts that are all over the stick. Like the blue is, online it looks like it's the Caribbean Sea. It's really very blue, but it's not. It's kind of more black than anything else. So I'm super happy about that color. This red, my tracksuit is super red, which is what it looks like online. It's not it's kind of darker. It's still very red. I wish it wasn't as red. I wish it was more on the black side. It's a little flashy. What I might do is take some tape and some spray paint and make the old candy cane out of that, just for the sake of the fact that this is going to be my coaching stick, because I'm going to stick with the mid kick and the 80s. So I'm going to have a little more fun with this. So I guess the video is to the refurbs for $100, and then these blackouts, the Pro Blackout from hockeystickman.com. These are $100. These right now are $150, and I had a buddy who bought one, and his stick broke, and they honored the return right away. So hockeystickman.com is good company. I've been buying plenty of sticks from them. Give them a shout. So again, I'll have a little link in the bio if you want to buy a stick from them and want to help me out a little bit. You can click on that, and it's a little affiliate link. But that's it. I don't have anything else with them. That's about it. All right, gang. See you at the next one.